drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Plain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. For real, 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 for real. Really real, really real, really real, really real. For real, for real, for real, for real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. For real, 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 for real. Really real, really real, really real, really real. For real, for real, for real, for real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy Friday, and let's get it, man. Let's see what we got going on for today. Check the calendar quickly. Friday, we have GDP again, month on month GDP. Yesterday's GDP came back a little bit higher than expected, stronger for dollar here. So if we expect this, maybe can come back. It is expecting higher than last month, but maybe comes 0.2 possible. And then pretty much okay, you know, a little bit FOMC later. Just a member though, he's not really causing too much headache in the market. Yeah, pretty chill. So nothing too crazy. We don't have anything in London now. This is very interesting. We had Tokyo CPI come back at 2.5, so inflation going down again. Yeah, they want to see inflation actually be ticking up, but 2.5 is not bad. But they want to see inflation be ticking up, keeping strong. See if that has impacted GJ. It's just dead, man. I mean, even when you have news as a catalyst, like, and numbers come back, it just doesn't do anything, man. Like, not even news can get it. I mean, even Forex Factory is like, fuck the JPY pairs, because look, yellow folder, they put CPI as a yellow folder. You know, it's like, let's keep CPI as a yellow folder. It's not even gonna be a red folder. Any other currency, it's a, you know, it's just no volume, man. You know, it's just eventually volume does come in at some point, but even swing, man, even swing, it's not even moving swing. You know, you hold this for, if you take a buy on this daily support here, you have to hold 39 days, man. You know, 40 days to move 90 pips. How big is your stop loss here anyways? 150 pips, you know. And during that time, you come about, you know, 20 pips from stop loss. So it's just no pressure we have, no pressure compared to something like gold. So looking at gold, daily time frame closing bullish here. 4-hour time frame closing bearish here. Mixed session bias today on gold here. So we're going to move this 4-hour resistance to yesterday's one up here. So mixed session bias, we have already tapped 4-hour support down here. I'm going to drag this to here, something like that. And 1-hour time frame trying to move down a little bit more. 30-minute time frame trying to move down. 15-minute time frame trying to move down. We could get sells, early sells below here if we were to break down. Retested the 4-hour resistance perfectly already. So it does make sense if we're going to close below here in 6 minutes to potentially look for some form of sells, right? We could look for that downside move. 5-minute time frame, no pullbacks. Would be nice to see a pullback. We have big LTAs here. If it just drives, then it just drives, right? Would have 1-hour close setup too on 1 hour. Would have 30-minute setups and a 15-minute setup here as well. So this could be all right, but I would like to see some sort of structure here in the last 5 minutes. Would be great. Apart from that, if we have a look at, if we have a look at, what's this called? DAX here, right? DAX is the next pair we have. Previous daily bearish, previous 4-hour I assume is bearish as well. Yep, so bearish session bias, but yesterday we saw a pretty, I marked up previous 1 hour on gold. Which previous 1 hour? The one here. Yeah, what did I keep it as? I just kept it as the 15-minute range. I don't think it'll be too much issues because we crossed through it twice. I'm more worried about this 15 if I'm being honest, this one down here. You know? That's what I'm actually worried about. So we'll see. As for DAX here, you know, DAX, I feel like we can take counter bias trades today. We're at daily support here. 4-hour has retested support down here yesterday. So honestly, it is mixed. It is a bearish bias, but yesterday we saw a counter trend move as well. So today we could see another counter trend move as well. So that's going to be above this 4-hour resistance for sure. That's where I would see it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we could look for counter trend above the range. I'm just also trying to think of sell plan. I like sells below here, but I'm wondering if we can do something like this. That would work, you know, something closing below here for sells. Let's see, 5. Yeah, close below here on 5 as well would be nice. So yeah, it's actually, I'll be looking for buys above, sells below today. Just because yesterday we pushed counter trend. So if we get above the 4 hour, I'd look for buys. If not, I'll be a seller. And I'm going to be a seller below this 5 minute probably. Something like this. Something closing below here. That's really going to be the plan. So pretty simple today, to be honest. If we just blast, then I can take sells below here are also easy. But I want to try sell a little bit earlier. And use that as a target. Yeah, that's going to be my plan. If not, I'm going to see if we can break out of the range. Let's see how gold is doing here. Gold looks like we might get a 15-minute close in 3 minutes. If it pushes anymore, it's going to be tough, man. Already, I think, around a 50 pip stop loss. Yeah, 50 pip stop loss. We have target today, but the problem is no pullbacks. No pullbacks, 5 minute, no pullbacks. This could be a big fake out. We need to be careful. Friday fake out and then see what ends up happening. Okay. So let's see here 2 minutes how this closes. Big top wick would help. We could maybe hold a pullback. It might not be the worst to sit through a pullback. We have these levels of protection here. It all depends in 2 minutes where does price land. If price landing down here in 2 minutes, it's going to be really tough to run because we can't run an aggressive stop loss. It's protected by nothing. We need the stop loss up here. So if it's all the way down here, it's not going to make sense. Right? It's not going to make any sense. I'm also a little bit worried about this previous level here. We've had issues here at the past. We've had issues recently. So I don't want to be selling right at that. And we're just seeming to trend down to it at the moment. So if anything, maybe we can look for something below it. Meaning we get this close, which is a 1 hour close. We get structure and then a close below to continue the sells as well. But let's just see how everything forms here. Because if it chills like this, it might be alright. Good top wick, next candle, something like that. So we'll see how everything forms and then take it from there. Morning, Harry. It's me again. Can you please help me with the giveaway claim for Wednesday? You still haven't replied on Insta. I sent more messages to bump it up. It's been 2 days. I've seen, but I just told the team to make you codes. You're getting giveaway for TS exclusive and you're getting giveaway for Pip Labs. You're spamming me, bro. That's why I'm not answering, because I'm being spammed. Look at this, man. This is ridiculous. I can see your DMs. This is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is spam, right? I'm not gonna reply to someone asking me, look how many messages, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 messages. Come on, bro. $13 is too much, bro. I said write one message, bro, you know? If you're gonna have that intensity, I'll tell you, exclusive is not suitable for you, bro. Just relax. Some of the people, they haven't even processed their giveaways yet. Give it a week to process. We need to put it in our system, give you codes. Codes need to be generated. Expiry dates need to be generated. You asked me if you replied. If not, just bump it up. I said yesterday send one message to bump it up, not spam 13 messages, bro. Come on. You have to use some common sense, man. No one wants to be spammed 13 messages. And the type of message, anyway, I'm not going to read this, discuss this because... So gold here, very deep close, right? So we need to look for some sort of pullback. We can take sells on pullbacks. Hello, DAX. Good morning. So DAX trying to break out. We have a lot of range, man. If DAX today wants to trend, we have stupid amount of range towards upside. 1 hour has a massive range on 1 hour to retrace this move. We have 117 point range. So we have so much space. Lol, he just wanted to claim his prize. You told him to text you at least, yeah, but 13 messages. As well as I'm speaking to him on stream that he will, that I'm, you know, in contact. Like him spamming messages like that will not bump it up, you know? Like these are all DM requests I have now. Like that will not bump it up in my DM requests. Let's see here how this looks on broker to see if we have a bottom wick on broker, which we do, right? That's super important information. We don't really have to worry about no bottom wick here, but we have a 15-minute resistance higher on broker. Our 15-minute resistance is here for DAX. So let's see if we reject. Same with the 5. I think on this chart here, yeah, see, we're clear the 15-minute resistance. Then we have some troubles here as well. Then we have maybe potentially a little bit of trouble here. These are like our zones. So it looks quite different. Oh no, it's just that previous level. That's fine. So I prefer to see one candle close bearish, next one close above maybe this line. Because right now, what are we looking like for stops? We have range, 25 point stops, not too bad. Problem is, we have 30-minute here resistance. We just need to find the entry. So we close below the 5 here on this broker, which is my broker, as you can see. So hopefully this creates the start of the resistance, and then we can maybe buy above this line here. That'd be kind of the plan. I have previous 1 hour on 23. Have I marked that wrong? On your broker? Let's see, 23,596. I'm guessing it's this one. Yeah, you see how we crossed through it once here and then another time here, then it invalidates it. So if it was only crossed through once, like remove this. If you remove the downside move we did and we were going up, it would be valid. And when we were coming back down, it would still be valid. But now that we've crossed through it, now we're going through it again. It's done. Spread is still widening here. Look at this. Look how, oh, look at the size of spread right now, guys. Oof, 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 oof. What time is it? 6 minutes past. We still have spread issues. I have 4-point spread right now. Yeah, I can't trade DAX if it's going to give me 4-point spread. I need that to settle down. Yeah, just one cross, exactly. 4-point spread is heavy. So we're getting some sort of retest here. Question, is this going to be a fake out? Using a different broker? Same, man. Same. This I see. You can see top right. You guys can see. Check top left. Just seems to be that first 10 minutes. 10 minutes. On gold, we're against bias? No, right? We have 4-hour bearish here. So it would be still valid to take a sell. On DAX, we're against bias. Not gold. Your chart is different. What's your chart? What are you using for your chart? Awanda? You're back on Awanda? Awanda also the same. Yeah, Forex.com has been wrong for a long time, man. We switched that a long time. Your 4-hour candles on that close different time. Why not take sells on gold re-break of low? Because it's too deep. For it to re-break lows now, look how much it has to flip. 40 pips. So I want to get in earlier. Look at this fake out, right? This is why you don't want to take trades without pullbacks. Imagine people who sold the lows here. A lot of people did because they think there's enough room. You have a lot of people selling lows here. Because look, we have like 70 pips. Now they're holding 60 pips of drawdown. Just for price maybe to break out to upside. And we start to take buys. Totally possible. If not, we take. So this is, I want you guys to notice, like, yeah, we didn't get in a trade, but this is saving a lot of money. Right? And people are not going to notice that we're saving this much money. Anyways, how much of us? 200 of us in here. Leave a like on the stream, guys. Only 30 likes here. Everyone's sleeping. Let's go. Friday madness. Let's see what's happening. Not been the worst week. Had some beautiful volume beginning of the week. Let's see what the rest of today entails for us. Man, this stupid spread, man. Why is it doing that? Get the likes up to at least 100. I wonder if this 5 minute is enough here. We have 5 minute candle closing here. We have a lot of volume here on DAX. 1 minute structure. Man, what a rip. If only this didn't close above on... So here's 5 minute close. We need some sort of structure would be warranted here. No bottom wick yet. Yeah, this is just buying the highs, man. This is really tough scenario here. I need to bet today that there's just going to be pure volume, man. No pullbacks. That's the only way I can get in, is if I just bet that today is just going to be face melting volume. 1 minute structure, I mean, that's all we would rely on. But the minute it pulls back, we're sweating, bro, sweating. Because that pull, but remember, this is counter bias as well. That pullback can come all the way down here. This could be like one fat fake out. You know, it's not with bias, you know, we're just driving up here, and, you know, bias does have some sort of probability, right? So this could just drive up and end up flipping. So I really kind of want that structure at least to be sure that I'm not going to get screwed. But it's one of those scenarios that market has been pretty impulsive. So do I just trust the impulsiveness today? Might be something I have to do to be able to get in, is just trust impulsiveness. Hopefully this candle can pull back here 3 minutes. If not, I'll have to probably enter on a 1 minute close above here, or break of high, and then run stop loss super aggressive. So basically a 1 minute strategy here, 15 pip stop loss, and try get a scalp. That's the only other way I can enter, is to scalp break of high. When do your lines ever move? When they go back to the 1 hour, a lot of the time my line would have moved a few pips. Really? Shouldn't be doing that, man. By itself. Is S3 on the question? You know, actually I've backtested S3 on DAX. It doesn't work out well. Try refresh your page. That's weird. Shouldn't be doing that. I might try a 1 minute strat here. How did this close? Did this close at or above? Oh, it's just above. I really hope this 5 can pull back. I really hope. This would make our life so much easier. Just give us some structure. Because now we're getting 1 minute for the 15 open and we're almost breaking the high. This is like one of the toughest situations, because you enter here, you hold a 15-minute bottom wick, you're not surviving stop loss below here. You don't enter, can fly. So whenever you have a situation like that, the best thing to do is nothing actually. As hard as it can be, but that is the best thing to do, is to do nothing. Right, and just let price show you its hand. Right, you let price show you its hand. If it wanted to go, I would have entered the 1 minute strat there, but now that this is pulled back, gives us a bit of a breather. If this candle breaks the highs and flies, it's not my trade, man. Not my trade, nothing I can really do. But if 5 minute can pull back now, it's always does it for some reason. I think it's how zoomed in I am at the time. When I go back, the zoom makes it different. But check the price of your line, right? So if my price here is 604. If I zoom in, change time frame, it's always still 604, you know? The next question here, guys, is do we get a 15-minute candle closing above the range? If we do, I wonder if a thunderstorm is enough. So we'll see if we even close above the range or not. The range would be my red line here. So, oof. It's a gap up. Broker has gaps. So broker is actually somewhere, even potentially here on broker is where our 15-minute is. On this broker, we did slightly close above here. No bottom wick yet. So what we're going to need is a bottom wick here. We have 5-minute structure now. Let this ideally break the low, and the best scenario would be a close above here would be best scenario. I'm also considering a half break of high. retest on close. Oof. I'm so happy I didn't take gold. Would have been absolutely cooked. Yeah, I think on DAX here with this type of momentum, at least I need to enter half break of high, and then the rest I'll enter on a close. Try layer this position in two layers. So what would half be here? Yeah, something like this on this account. So yeah, buy stop at the high, stop below previous 5. Gonna try layer into this position. More of a safer stop. The nice thing is if we get a close above here, so if it's gonna be like about 1 minute for the close, then I'm just gonna wait for the close. Because then with the close I can run tighter stops. And then I can lay a second position. If this closes somewhere above here, I can lay a second position with stops below here. Then I have those two positions running. And that way I capitalize off the momentum as well as manage risk at the same time. See, the spread widening is actually an issue here, man. Look at this. This is now 4.2 pip spread. Might mess me up this. Anyways, we have a nice pullback now. So now it doesn't make sense for this buy stop. Now we just wait for the close. So this is actually beneficial for us, believe it or not. Makes our life a little bit easier. Makes our life easier because now we have beautiful structure. It's actually exactly what we needed. So I'm happy to see that. So now if the next candle can close above, we're ready. That's it. Very simple plan now. Very simple plan. Gold here trying to move up, but we have no stop loss placement on gold. I do not want to run the stop loss here. It's a bit too big for me. 100 pips here for a 40 pip target. Not really something I want to try. Man, what is happening today with spreads? Who else is on same broker having the same thing? Please check. Gus is having same problem I see? Yeah. Seems like they're having some sort of liquidity issue with DEX. Because I made too much profit from them, now they're upset. Not other brokers, I'm talking about same broker as me is what I'm asking. I don't trade CPI days, I'm here to support the stream. Today is CPI for JPY, man. What's the problem? Maybe you only trade JPY pairs, then that's fair, but it's already done. So gold for an entry here on gold today. This is a very interesting move. A lot of people lost a lot of money. I really want you guys to recognize how we saved ourselves by not FOMOing in on the lows. Would have been a nasty way to lose a trade. I mean, look at that, man. That is like a huge reaction. That's like a big FU, man. That's insane. That's actually insane. So now to find an entry here after such a big move. We could take retest trades back up. Or breakout trades as well. Gold is a little bit in this range here. You see, we're kind of towards the top of the range. Not easier. To be honest, DAX is a little bit cleaner. DAX, if DAX wants to If DAX wants to move towards the upside, we have a lot of range. What do we think about setup 2 on DAX on a 5-minute is something I'm also considering here. Because we have the 15-minute close above. We might just close above straight here. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Let's see. This spread is gonna fuck me though, huh? I have to get lucky that when I enter, the spread doesn't widen. I need to watch this on main account and see. LOL. Look at the email I just get now. Literally as I'm speaking about this. Yeah, they have, it's the whole of this broker. Guys, check general chat in the exclusive group. Look at the email I get. Just now. It's loading. Literally. Just a second. I get a message saying that they're scheduling maintenance. It's like, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, that's just an excuse to hide themselves, right? Someone's watching your stream? Yeah, maybe you have a representative watching our stream. Might close above here, so keep an eye, 40 seconds. Let's see how we go for 20 seconds here. We can get a bottom wick on next candle. So we have bottom wick on next candle, just need the break of the high for me. Alright, so I got triggered. This zone we have to watch here, which is a previous 15-minute zone. And then apart from that, we have this zone up here. So we just need momentum to continue today. If momentum is going to continue, we're going to continue bullish, we'll be good. If not, then that's it. DAX has been very impulsive, big moves to one direction, so we will see if we can do that today as well. Is commission not worth it for account that has no spread? Well, account that has no spread will have, yeah, commission's worth it, because sometimes the spread is so wide on an account that has no commission that it makes it really tough to trade. What we're gonna do at 15-minute zone, let's see what price reacts at that zone there. If we see a quick heavy reaction, means it's very important. If we can just tap it and it's not showing us quick heavy reaction, at that point we should be at least 6-7 points in profit. Yeah. I wanted this 15 to close stronger here, not like this weak type of 15-minute candle close. We'll see in 30 seconds though. So we need volume because 15 is a little bit sketchy here. We haven't had any pullbacks on 15, which is one thing that does worry me if we don't have momentum continuing us at the moment. Silence? Yeah, there's no pressure, man. I'm trying to think of decisions here. I'm just not seeing any pressure. Like, I want to see it break the high. It can make an easy decision for me here, break of high. Like, my management plan now is seeing how this 5 closes. If 5 close back inside the range, yeah, I can look to close, but otherwise, you know, we're just retesting. But there's a lot of liquidity grabs happening, we can see here. So we'll see this last 45 seconds what it wants to do. Seems stalling a bit though. No top wick on broker here, so I want to see it make a top wick. $30 looks good. If we can break the high, we'll see. Like, my management plan was a 5-minute candle close below here, but we closed above. Now we're getting a no top wick candle coming below the zone. So as painful as it is, I have to wait 5 minutes here. I have to wait 5 minutes to see what ends up happening. And yeah. I want to retest just a little bit deeper here. That's our next retest zone. See how this 5 closes here. So we close below here on the 5. Haven't tested that 1 minute structure yet. I want to use this 1 minute structure as a management to potentially close half. Just want to see if we can flip out of here. So I'm ready to close half break of low. I just want to see if we can flip out of here. Just a little bit low volume period here, which is weird for this time. Yesterday we didn't see it, the day before we didn't see it. It's actually the first day that we've had low volume like this. You can just see the gaps and just everything slowing down. We actually haven't had low volume like this before. I want to see it test this 1 minute. I don't mind it coming there. Just looking at PA, looks very bearish. Every time we have a bounce up, bearish pressure enters pretty much instantly. Thing is, we have this momentum where we come down, retest bottom of the range, we have big drive up filling the range every single time with small pause in the middle of the range like this. So I was hoping to continue that one of these days here. One of these drives here that we had in the beginning of the week. So 15-minute candle closing here bearish. It's not the worst close though. Just want to see it break the previous 5-minute high. Where's the volume? Maybe London Open brings some sort of volume. Yeah, but the Open can be very tricky, right? It's a big move in one direction. So my goal was to take this before the Open, but it seems like we're just a little bit ranging at the moment. We see no, like 1 minute is literally stuck in the last, it's like not moving on 1 minute. Just not moving at all. Like look, price is still stuck, huh? That means there's no orders going in, guys. Do you understand that? It means that there's no orders going in. We just need price to wake up, man. As soon as it wakes up, we should be back in action. But, you know, there are probabilities to this trade. It's just we need it to wake up. Let's see if we can close above here in 1 minute. Next 1 minute candle is going to be important to see if we can close above the 5-minute resistance. Have you been trading GBP JPY? Not recently, no. I'm not seeing it best price action.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Yo, no, I'm just wondering, how are you gonna manage this trade on the open? Considering it's being kind of impulsive, would you move the your stop loss
We'll
below
see,
the
we'll
5
see,
minute?
man. Still 10 minutes, man. Who knows what happens in 10 minutes? We have to make that decision closer to the time. You know, if we're still in drawdown or something, then I might just close out the trade. So let's see this close here, guys. This is an important close. We tried to close above here. Let's see if we can here in like 7 seconds. Would be good for us. We haven't at the moment. No bottom wick on broker. Let's see if some volume wants to come in. Break this previous 50-minute high. It's hard to manage like this. Yeah, I know, right? That's what sucks. Everything's closing bullish. We're breaking highs. And then we get an FU candle. It just always sucks like this, man. Because it's really tough to manage trades like this when it literally is following good rules here. These situations are the hardest situations you can have in the markets. Because to manage a trade, I mean, worst case scenario, you hit stop loss, right? Especially when we're coming so close to entry. I wanted to see it break the 15-minute high, and then if it came back, I can close half. That was actually my plan. And that's even like an aggressive to just get out of the position, some of it. I don't mind us breaking these lows. I just want to see how we react after at this 1 minute point here. Like literally here, I want to see how we react. That's what I want to see now. The reaction from here. Right at my box. So this is the last spot, otherwise I manage my trade here. So be on standby because I might close. But this is the last reaction point. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even get to close here, man. Didn't even get to close on that one. Straight 1 minute candles. What's the next 5-minute close here? 20 seconds. Yeah, once it breaks that low, it's probably done. Save on a bit. Open, man. Fuck, man. 3 minutes. I could survive this for 3 minutes, but this is... Yeah, hopefully it would be better if it takes us out a little bit safer. Alright, sweet. That's better, to be honest. So saved here on about 4 points. Not bad. Seven points saved. It's good. Watch the open fly, man. I feel like the open will fly up, but you know, we have to be safe. Oh man. Watch the open here, boys. Watch. You guys holding through the open is very risky, huh? So you will say, I mean, it could go up or down here. Wouldn't be surprised. Stay true to your SL instead of fear. It's not fear, it's because of the open, man. Open can slip my SL and then I'm gonna lose more. So I wanted to manage to make sure I don't lose more. Watch the spreads here on the open, okay guys? Watch it. Watch how it widens on the open, and that's how you can get slipped. Yeah, that's just unlucky today, man. Sheesh. Oh, man. Wow. See, that spread widen, if that's down here, it's gonna slip my stop loss. This. See this? See how it's getting wide? But yeah, we would have been in profits today. We would have survived it actually. But I was scared if we come down a bit, at least to get our break even if minimum. But that's yeah. Actually, I would have been out break even anyways here, but at least I would have got out break even. Actually, depends. What are we on? Let's see, 1 minute time frame. 1 minute close here in 30 seconds. I would hold for 30 seconds and see, and then just manage. So if this now, we should see here 30 seconds hold. How would you manage it now? Now you're in drawdown, risky. It's hard actually. This is a very hard open. Got out B. Oh, you guys got out B. Nice. Yeah. So it's worth to wait 30 seconds? Yeah, then you get open. Okay. Then it comes back again. Then what? B or half close. Be back. Go to the bathroom. I swear we have a spy. Boys, can you see that? Look. How accurate that is. Look. Bro, not even a millipip, man. I promise we have a spy. Like, it's absolutely insane. Actually insane. Thinking of selling DAX. We've seen it dump all these days before. It's just confusing at the moment. All I want is volume. That's all I need, not this random shit. Today we took out the highs, took out the lows. Everyone's fucked. Oh shit. What date was this? What date was this trade here? I think it was 22, yeah. Planned this GU buy, setup one, could not take it because of hesitation. Why hesitate? What caused you to hesitate is my question. I can't tell you. That's up to you to tell me. You took it on the flip there? Yeah, because it didn't tap previous level. Yeah, flip makes sense. Looks good, man. Mixed bias. Decided to go BE at previous 4-hour support. Is that current 4-hour previous? It's a valid reason to go BE, yes. Re-entry? Yeah, close above, I'll re-enter. Man, analysis all along is right, huh? Now it's gonna impulsively push. This is the thing, man. We're just getting open manipulate. Not manipulate, just stopped up by open. But then what stops do we run? The original breakout 15 candle stop. 47 points. I think maybe we have to move to a higher time frame. Let's see this close. Still not going crazy. As long as we don't tap this line here, we have a chance. Big LTA. Was that a liquidity draw? We did both. We did liquidity grab upside and downside. So we don't know what direction it's going to choose. This candle can help with that. Depends if it just impulsively pushes now, lasts 1 minute 22 seconds. Then I can re-enter. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna push here unless we can just calm down for 1 minute. We have no 1 minute structure, so we're due, right? If this 1 minute can just go down, make structure, that would be perfect as well. Next candle, make deep bottom wick. We can take a wick fill. So we need both. 1 minute, let 1 minute go down, make some structure. Then look for a wick fill. Tiny bottom wick on broker. We need to see something deeper. 100% need something deeper. At least to come down and grab liquidity from here one more time. At least, minimum. Come on, retest here first. I might just have to go break of high, run stop loss below 1 minute structure. Rely on volume here. 22 seconds. Let's see if we can close 22 seconds. What is the plan, Mr. Dex? That's my two options now. Either we retest or we close above on 1 minute. That's my two options. So we have a 1 minute close above, or we go down now, retest, and then I can look at re-break of the highs again, right? So that's the two options. Re-break of highs. If we're not going to go retest, then I'll wait for a 1 minute close above. Very simple for me. It's not a retest. It's just I need liquidity to give me that second push here, you know? $15 close looks not bad, huh? For a wick fill on 15. So it looks like we're getting the retest I wanted, which is not bad. I opened the trade with you, didn't manage and kept hit. So you didn't manage the trade, hit TP for you. Nice, but the problem is where you put stop loss, right? Because we had this liquidity grab here. How can I fix this? I need to see 15-minute time frame. Why are you entering 5-minute time frame on USD JPY though? How long till this candle closes? 1 minute. Looks like we're getting break of high. This will be the 15-minute close here, 45 seconds, but I wonder if it breaks the high before the 15-minute close. Maybe I enter half before the 15-minute close. 35 seconds is nuts, but you know what DAX is like. Okay, 25 seconds we have to wait. DAX has to chill 25 seconds. It has to chill 25 seconds. There's no other option. 15-minute stops here. Beautiful bottom wick. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, that has to be an option then, huh? And then put stop loss wherever that is. Yeah, that has to be an option. On the flip. After this bottom wick. Luxury life exposed. Wherever this bottom wick is where I'm gonna put the stop loss. So even if it's a little bit deeper. Where can we buy this bottom wick is my question. That's what I'm also looking at. Where can I buy the bottom wick? Because we have no top wick. Set up 3 on 30-minute. From the 5-minute support makes sense to buy this bottom wick. Anywhere else I don't think is gonna work. Why are you buying the top? I'm buying the flip, not the top. So I'm trying to catch the momentum. But now I'm already thinking about how can I buy to get back to the top. Because we have no top wick here. So there's a high chance that we can make a top wick during this candle. And I want to be part of that. So I'm going to look at how, you know, but I need to buy it from somewhere logical. So logical place to buy is from this 5-minute support down here. You know? So if we can tap this support, I could have a very small stop loss as well. What's happened to my MetaTrader? Oh, there we go. We're back. We're back. Glitching out. What was that sound? That's my MetaTrader glitching out. If we can test here now and then get back above here, could be interesting. Do not force it. Yeah, but we're safer buying from the lows than trying to get in at the highs and then get stuck and draw down again. So that's what I'm looking at right now, is that, okay, I'm going to be way safer if I just rip it at the lows. So if we can come retest here. It's just we're lacking bullish pressure all day. That's the only thing I don't like. Yeah, so now obviously this buy stop is not going to make sense. We've gone pretty deep here. We want to try be buying from the lows. Where's your 15-minute chart, man? This is your 15-minute chart? Let's have a look. Oh, this is still 5 minutes. Send me 15-minute. We'll have a look at it after the stream anyways. It's okay, you don't need to send me. We'll have a look after the stream. Watch this 5 retrace the whole move. I mean, this is the 1 minute entry that I would do. But I'm not seeing the bullish pressure today. You know, we're just... This 15, if it wants to go, why didn't it just flip from somewhere up here? It's always grabbing super deep liquidity, but lack of continuation. We had one deep liquidity grab, heavy lack of continuation. Now, if this 5 closes bullish... Like, I'm thinking it can just retest into this zone here and fail. I entered 15-minute break of high. 15-minute never broke high, my friend. It's a false trade. 15-minute, it was far from breaking high. Look, nothing broke high here, man. That's crazy. How did you get entered up there? Please check what you're doing. There's not even a top wick, man, for you to even be entered. Alright, somewhere around here is where I'd expect it to fail. What do you mean previous, bro? Look at this. Your entry is up here, bro. How are you entered on previous, man? You sent me your entry. Your entry is up here. Previous is down here, man. How can you have a difference of like 20 pips? 20-point difference. Make sure you're really planning what you enter, because I don't understand. 20-point spread? No chance he can have 20-point spread. The 1 minute entry would have played out? Yeah, you see. Also that 5 minute retest in that zone, right? I got in on the 1 minute impulsive on break of structure. Nice, yeah. If that was in your risk tolerance, that was a good way to get in. That should be at above a 1-to-1 now. 25, 19. No, not fully out. I wanted to take that, but people were saying don't force anything, don't do anything. And then last time I did that type of stuff, remember when I was entering on the 1 minute and stuff like that, I got so much hate afterwards. Why is GJ dead nowadays? We have no fundamental continuation. There's no fundamental driver.
Harry,
Yeah, man.
would you not still consider this an S1 on the 15? Or do you just not trust it because it never went really straight away?
I wanted to buy off this bottom wick here, but I didn't want to come off across as too aggressive, and then people ask, what the hell are you doing? Last time I did that, I got a massive lecture. But that's where you want to be in from, down here. Much better. Tony took the 1 minute. Yeah, a lot of people took the 1 minute. A lot of guys in the exclusive took the 1 minute. It's nice to see. I wanted to take it as well, but I wanted to be clear. It made sense. It made sense. I totally agree with it. Stop loss was nice. I think I'm going to start doing those positions, and if anyone wants to complain, then it's okay, right? Just leave it. Like I hopefully, I'm going to say it now as one statement. So if you start seeing me do these entries that maybe you've not seen before, that is simply me just adapting and profiting off current market conditions. So please don't think that I'm just doing random things, breaking my rules. I'm not, because there is probabilities to that trade, right? Make your own choices. Actually, Bram, it was a lot from the exclusive group. About 4 or 5 people from the exclusive group. They're not with us anymore because of that. That's why I was a bit like, wow. Same, right? It is true. It is true. That is true, Bram. You are correct. No, but then they just tell me I'm doing random things and I'm not following the rules, and then I try to teach them rules that I don't follow, but they don't understand that there's a process behind the trade. I close back B for the day. That's good, man. Well done. I want to backtest this. You can't backtest this. It's just an analysis based entry because there was no top wick and you're just waiting for the top wick, which happened. And then you're entering based off the top wick, right? So there was no top wick and then it came down. You're waiting for a top wick. Everything is still bullish. 5-minute structure has break of structure. Then you're just waiting for the top wick. Where are you from, broski? I live in Dubai. I'm originally from England. GJS1 was the play this morning. Man, fuck GJ. And then you lose every other day. What area? It's called Hampstead. But I was never born there. I was born in Dubai, so I've never lived in England. Yeah, so that was my entry for DAX here. I should have trailed 1 minute. I mean, it's okay if you want to secure, because at the time, if this dumped, you said, fuck, there was no 1 minute structure. I should have closed and ended my day break even. So it works both ways, man. It was just depending on your plan. You know? It's all depending on your plan. If your plan was trying to get further away, it's gonna, you know, that's how it's gonna be. You look tired, man. You good? I'm good, bro. What's up? I'm just thinking. I should have just gone in on my 1 minute plan here. But what I'm super happy with is everyone in the group, or a lot of people, made the decision and took it themselves. Like that makes me more proud. But at the end of the day, you know, for me, it's cool to see that. But, you know, I'm here also to get paid, right? It's always a frustrating situation when your analysis plays out during the day, but you get stopped out, right? Because my analysis was 100%. People were telling me price would be likelier to dump here. People were saying I was wrong. People saying counter bias today is stupid. There's so many things I was seeing in chats, right? Again, take me away from my original idea. But if we look at what happened, was I correct today? Yes, I was correct today. That's 90% of the battle. So as a trader, your difficulty becomes saying, okay, how could I have avoided this situation today? And that's just a re-entry here. You can never be perfect to be stopped out, and then, you know, there'll be days where you can't re-enter. But when there's a re-entry, you need to be annoyed at yourself. You need to be annoyed at yourself, because that's your job. Your job is to be better every day. And if you're not going to be pissed off by those stuff, you're not going to get better. The whole day I'm going to be pissed off about that. So I'm going to make sure next time I don't make that fucking mistake, and I just follow my plan and enter it and trust my analysis. Right? The whole day I need to feel upset about this today. Right? All throughout the day. Does it make me do actions that I regret? No, that's the difference. That's the difference between a beginner and experienced trader. Experienced trader will be upset at him performing. Right? That's an experienced trader. So I'm upset at my performance. But I'm not going to now FOMO trade and try to get into something random and just try to trade. That's the beginner. Because as a beginner, you're going to feel upset, right? And then you're going to go do that. You'll forget about the moment you jump into GST. Nah, it doesn't work like that, man. The amount of work you had to put in to get that type of car, it's not as rewarding as you think when you get it. People hype it up. It's more exciting when you originally had the idea that you want one. That is more exciting than having one. Having one is not that exciting. Because having one, you had to work so hard. I mean, if you got it easy, it will be fun. But for most people, it's not going to be easy. So the amount of stuff you had to sacrifice, you almost feel like you deserved one. You enjoy it. For sure you enjoy it. And it's amazing to be able to have it. And most people don't have that chance. Right? Most people don't have the chance to have it. So you have a lot of fun, but it's not something that is like, yeah, you just forget about everything and it's like you're in a fairy tale. Because you remember how much you had to go through. You know, and that sticks with you. You know, I was looking at this gold setup too, but never gave me a bottom wick. I was actually considering, this is not like a FOMO trade. I quite liked it. I didn't like the 5-minute resistance here. That's what I was scared about, but this bottom wick just doesn't trust me. Look, it's coming now to make a proper bottom wick. What's this? Message sent from Earth to alien planet in 2008 will arrive in earliest possible, expected by 2050. Damn. You know, I think I want to mix in on days where the lower time frame, it's been a bit impulsive, right? Not on a day like today. Like today on gold, 50-minute time frame is really good, right? 50-minute time frame is really good. It would be better to trade. But switching a bit more to higher time frame has been a lot more rewarding in conditions like this. I've really noticed that. But this didn't return 1-to-1 yet. Your DAX got hit B. That's alright, man. It's better than a loss. When we draw previous on futures and see if these both were any of them broken, focus on futures, man. Focus on futures. Yeah, so I'm gonna recap the session today. Plan was perfect. Buys played out. Unfortunately, we got stuck in a bit of low volume on DAX. My re-entry was that advanced entry of the 1 minute. Some of the guys in the exclusive group got it, which we discussed these concepts, but for some reason I wanted to play it safer, not really show that type of entry and then get blame. Especially if it loses, a lot of people will just say I'm doing random things, which I don't want to. But now I realize it doesn't matter. So next week, guys, you're going to see some new stuff maybe. And I want to make an announcement. Don't feel like I'm breaking plans. It's just adaptation. And it's not. It has probabilities. It's stuff I've seen before. And this stuff works. So just keep that in mind. Please don't come across like, oh, he's just desperate. No, that's not desperate trading. That's just based on more analysis, because that's what we're seeing. We're seeing lower time frame be very inconsistent, but analysis play out. So if I get a situation where I get stopped out or something like that, I can enter base trusting my analysis. If my analysis is wrong today, I'll take 2 losses and call it a day. Worst case scenario, right? So it's okay if we see that next week. Please do not feel like, oh, something is massively changed, right? Just be calm. It's not going to be like that, all right? So I just want to make that announcement. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys learned something today. I'm fortunate about it, but you know what to do here, what to do. So appreciate you all. Take care and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Have a beautiful weekend. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.